This is Junkyard Revival. The results of this are just unbelievable. It's not what we're about. We're about real car care. We're about true results. This is Junkyard Revival.
About 2 weeks.
That'll be perfect, man. I really appreciate it.
All right, no problem. Thanks,
Hey, how's it going? That was easy. They're finally getting all this freaking... God, they've been working on this for like 23 months. This road's been like this. Maybe one day, probably when I'm moving, they'll have it done. We should buy some pumpkins. Dang, look, they got a statue of Jared. We need to come here and do some, we need to do some Halloween shopping for some content. Okay. Anything else we need? Anything you can think of? Huh? Beef jerky? Yeah. We can definitely get some beef jerky. Beef jerky?
Yeah.
Which kind?
Teriyaki.
Teriyaki?
Yeah.
Perfect. Get 2 of them.
Thank you for shopping at the Home Depot.
Thank you. Back on the road. This feels like back home. We'll go in and say hi. I'll take him his kit, and then we will come back out and get our stuff. Hey, hey, hey.
They ain't gonna burn up.
I know. We seen that weather, and I was like, this.
Chickens though, because our chickens may fall in.
That'd be fine. We seen that weather, and we was like, oh, this is gonna be the day to go. Both the other times it's been like 90. Today's gonna be perfect for it. Yeah, there's another one of them kits. Thank you. We're gonna go out there and
$25.
we're gonna go out there and get some footage and clean some stuff. But yeah, we'll be out there, and we'll stop in and see you before we leave.
Watch out for the wasp.
Yeah, that's right. Did you see that one? Yeah. Yeah, I told him, I said, because I'm from Kentucky, born and raised. In Kentucky, we call them waspers. And people were like, I've said that up here before, and they were like, what's that? And I was like, wasp. I was like, but in Kentucky, they're called waspers. They're like, dude, nobody calls them that. That is, like, you sound like a hillbilly. I was like, well, I am hillbilly. All right, see you guys. So everyone that's been following us through these series, first off, we appreciate it. Our original Junkyard Revival, the first episode, arguably our most popular episode to date, was on the Avalanche. Cue flashback to Avalanche. Super faded. This was black at one point. Just put a little bit on an applicator and we'll go to work and see what it does. I mean, the side by side is incredible. So then we came back out another time to do more series. We went back to the Avalanche, flash back to that episode, Q. Man, still pretty good. It's dusty. It's rained 7 out of the last 10 days probably, and you can tell how good this holds up. So this isn't just your water-based dressing like a tire and trim gel for us. This is an actual restore. Still held up pretty good. Pretty impressive. That was showing all of the progress of Black Trim Renew, and now, due to how well that video did, he sold every vehicle in the aisle. So the Avalanche that we have typically done all the Black Trim Renew on has probably been relocated, I believe, and we'll ask John when we go in, but I would say they turn over inventory in the junkyard from time to time, get rid of sections so they allow room for more parts, because what this place actually is, you know, it's a used auto parts store. You call here and ask if you have a grill for a 1999 Ford F-150 and they may have it. So I'm sure he's turning over inventory, but we went to look for our Avalanche and it's gone. Good news is, when we were looking for it, we seen another one that is probably in even worse condition. So we're gonna start the process over on a brand new piece of horribly faded trim that we're gonna see black trim bring it back to life. The point of these videos is we wanna gain comments and we wanna give knowledge, but we really wanna show the true results of our products in a really bad, arguably the worst possible scenario. But we also want to answer questions. We got a lot of questions on the black trim videos, like, you know, you always get the comments of, yeah, but it's great until, you know, it rains. Well, we had showed in the one, after 30 days, it was still incredible hold up, because this product does have a dye in it that is actually truly restoring, not just shining up like a tire and trim gel that we did in another episode. People worry about what's it like when it gets on the paint. Well, this is not a solvent-based product that we talk about. Like, a lot of people use solvent-based products on trim where you shouldn't, because that does cause it to run down the paint and causes it to streak on the paint, gives it like that rainbowy look on the paint. So this product, although once it dries, it's not gonna run down your paint anyways, but if it did, it wouldn't cause those streaks. This is soaking into the plastic and really restoring that plastic. So those are always misconceptions, and you always get the, you're gonna have those people that are saying, you know, yeah, it looks great. What we're always trying to do is teach people why a product shouldn't be used. It is a common misconception is a trim product is gonna run and leave streaks down your paint. Well, that's because you're using a solvent-based product, which is what we always are strongly against from trim, which we explained kind of in the tire and trim gel video. That's what that product's great for. But often in car care, especially when you get in the big box store, they're really just about pushing the product, and it may not be exactly what is correct for that specific use, as to where our whole motto is different. Real car care is our slogan, because we're giving you what you really need and the right formula for that particular job. So we're here at the Avalanche, and you can see, I'm gonna move some of this. Looks like we got all kinds of trash. So you can see, we're talking horribly faded. You can see this is actually a black. It is just so faded that it looks gray. First off, most important part, tape it off. And we're going to do a side-by-side and show you what black trim does, so we have a vehicle to come back to. We're going to be back out here within 30 days. We're going to show you what black trim can do on the worst faded trim out there. I always like using these applicators. They're so versatile. So even at my house, I got 12 of these on deck at all times. This is what I always like to use with black trim renew. There's multiple applicators out there that you can use. Actually, what a lot of people don't know, this bottle is clear. The product in there is black, so it looks like a black bottle, but it's actually a clear bottle. And you can see as this product comes out, but it's what really makes it work. Always the most common comment question is, how long does it last? How long does it last? So the true answer is it really depends upon conditions. If you are in a really nice climate and it is, you know, not seeing any crazy weather, we've seen this last 6 to 9 months, depending on what kind of conditions it's in. If it's a show car that's never seeing any elements, well, I think it'll last almost forever if it's in a garage. But if you're talking about, you know, here in Ohio in the winter, when it's taking a lot of abuse and sitting outside and it's your daily driver, then you know, you can get 3 months, but this isn't like your product that is just the first rain gonna wash off, because it's not what this is. Obviously, if this was a car you were doing, and we always say you can tape these edges, that way you don't get this black, but I'm gonna show you, even if you don't be panicked, it'll come right off. But I mean, that is in just one application of how that brings that back to brand new. And this isn't something we're going to show you. You know, we always say proof is in the results, and that's not just some catchy thing. We're not this company that wants to be like, oh yeah, but look how great this is, and it be some kind of gimmicky thing. It's not what we're about. We're about real car care. We're about true results. So we're going to show you, after time of 30 days, 60 days, we wanted to come back today, which was going to be about 70 days from the first application of the original black trim, and we were going to show you this is what it looks like. It was going to be faded for sure. After 70 days of sitting out here, it was going to be faded, but it was going to be a drastic difference. So that's what we're going to show you. This is also to show you, if you got it on your paint, no sweat, it'll come right off. Just wiping it down. So after one application, the results of this are just unbelievable. And this isn't some, oh, it's going to wash right off. These results will be like this in 30 days from now. It will have faded a little bit, but not anything to where you're talking about it's just washing right off and it's back to this. It would take it a long time to get back to this. This is the proof, and we wanted to do another one, another black trim, because our Avalanche got took. But this is just to show you, and we wanted to answer some of those questions that we got, because it's some of the most common. How long does it last? It's about conditions, what kind of conditions and elements it's in. But you can get 6 to 9 months out of a product like this. This is not just a dressing. This is a dye-infused true restorer, and will give you incredible results for a long-lasting time. Obviously, if you do this, you want to let it sit for an hour, let it cure. You don't have to worry about if it gets rained on tomorrow, washing down your paint. That's not going to happen. This is a true restore. And if you have any kind of black trim, faded plastic, look no further, because this is the product. A little bit goes a long ways. A bottle would do this entire vehicle. But this right here is night and day. So anybody that has this kind of horrible fade, you're not going to have this kind of horrible fading. These Avalanches are notorious for it. So this is like a super drastic difference. But this is just show you what this product will do on a vehicle that is as bad as you could ever see. After that sits for a while, it'll be dry to the touch. Black Trim Renew. What can Black Trim Renew do for you? Boom. Black Trim Renew. Get new with Black Trim Renew. Boom.